Hi, everyone, and welcome. So I'm super excited today because I just found out that I will be going to the Qualcomm Snapdragon Summit in Hawaii in a couple of months. I think it's going to be in September, and that's going to be my first time. So I'm thrilled to be part of that event. And ahead of the event, I had a chance to sit down with the Senior Director of Product Marketing at Qualcomm. His name is Nitin, Dhiman, to discuss, well, connectivity in general, not just Wi-Fi and Wi-Fi 8. Those are big topics, but also mobile and satellite, and of course, AI. So find out what Nitin Dhiman had to say right after this. All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Klaus Hetting, and I'm the CEO and Chairman of Wi-Fi Now. Today, my guest is Senior Director of Product Marketing at Qualcomm, Nitin Dhiman. Nitin, first of all, great to see you. Thanks for taking the time and coming on.
Likewise, Klaus. Good to be here and talking to you. Thank you.
Great to have you. And let's talk about connectivity, first of all. And I know, of course, Qualcomm talks about about connectivity all the time. So to start us off, how do you define connectivity, and what role does Qualcomm play in shaping its future, essentially, I think is my question.
Yeah, that's a great question to start off. I would say the simple way to think about it is connectivity is everything that you would miss if you turn your device into full airplane mode, right? So if you turn off cellular, turn off Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, UWB, GPS, your device becomes pretty useless. I'm sure you would agree. So connectivity is basically the lifeblood of our experiences that we expect from these devices, whether it's texting, social media, video calling, even taking photos, sharing with friends. So everything we do these days with our devices depends heavily on connectivity, whether that's Wi-Fi or cellular. And so connectivity, especially wireless connectivity, is what connects us to others, what connects our devices to other devices. And more importantly, these days, what connects devices to the cloud and the AI models that we're so reliant on these days. So your entire experience now is hinged on how good your connectivity is. So it's playing more important role in our user experiences and in the industry overall.
Yeah, for sure. And we're going to talk a little bit about cellular or mobile connectivity here. We don't normally do that, but we're happy to do it because we're talking about the broader connectivity picture, if you like. So Qualcomm's new modem every year, I think the latest one was launched at Mobile World Congress this year. It was called X105. And every time you guys launch something, of course, it defines the next wave of, in this case, 5G capabilities. So tell us about some of the new user experiences that this recently announced modem, the X105, will enable.
Yeah, sure. I think it's great to be able to talk about cellular on your forum, which is, I know, very focused on Wi-Fi, but there's a lot of legacy we bring in and expertise that helps both Wi-Fi and cellular. And I might actually give you some examples of that as we go on.
Sure, please do.
Yeah, so Qualcomm has had leadership both in cellular and Wi-Fi for decades. We're leaders in both areas. But specifically for the X105, which is a new platform we launched for cellular 5G modem earlier this year and expected to be in products later this year. It's basically taking, pushing the boundary on what's possible with cellular devices in terms of connectivity. First and foremost, AI is everywhere. So we've been integrating AI into our modem for 5 generations. And this year we've added to that list, and we use AI in the modem for all kinds of optimizations, whether it's video streaming, over-the-top video calling, gaming latency, how smoothly your Wi-Fi and 5G hand over between each other as you go in and out of your home or your office and so on. So there's all these optimizations happening which improve user experience. Plus, in the last few years, satellite connectivity has become quite popular. It's been limited to messaging. So if you have a device, let's say your cell phone or even a puck, you're able to send and receive messages if you're outside of what we call terrestrial network coverage. And now with the X105, it's the first solution that will support what's called 5G satellite, and the technical term is NRNTN. That it will enable more than messaging. So through satellite, you can do voice calls, video streaming. So it's almost like a 4G connection back in the day. Another really cool feature is it's common to lose connectivity if you are somewhere in a basement or in a difficult area where signals don't normally reach. But a lot of networks in the world, operators have what's called a IoT network enabled for, let's say, smart meters and sensors. With X105, your phone or whichever device you're on is able to switch over from a regular network to an IoT network so that you can still continue to be connected through messaging in deep areas. So yeah, overall, we're trying hard every year to expand the possibility and make your connectivity experience more seamless.
So great, great additions and great innovations to the cellular platform there, of course, and great to hear about that. So let's switch over a little bit to Wi-Fi. Then, of course, you're always been known as a major leader in Wi-Fi, of course. So and pushing the boundary every year with new products. And this year, of course, was no different with the Fast Connect 8800, which was released a little bit earlier this year. So how is this new platform, the Fast Connect 8800, different from previous platforms, and how will it enable new experiences, do you think?
Yeah, we're super excited about Fast Connect 8800. Just like the X105, it will be in commercial devices later this year. 8800 is a super advanced integrated system which brings together Wi-Fi 8, Bluetooth HDT, which is high data transfer, UWB, Thread, so all these subsystems coming together for an unmatched platform. And we've gone above and beyond that on the connectivity side. We're actually introducing what we call a 4x4 MIMO antenna configuration, which traditionally you would have 1 to 2 antennas in your device for Wi-Fi. We are expanding that to 4. And just by doing that, we're able to double your data speeds and also extend the range for gigabit speeds up by 3x. So you're doubling and tripling speed and range, which is a huge jump. And 4x4 MIMO fundamentally is not a new technology. On the cellular side, we've been doing it for more than a decade. In fact, when we introduced 4x4 MIMO in cellular, I don't know, in 2015, 2016, the industry was saying, oh, it's too complex, it'll never work. But guess what? Every 5G device since in the last 8 years supports 4x4 MIMO. And it's become critical for our experiences. And now it's great to see it come to Wi-Fi and deliver those experiences to Wi-Fi customers as well. On the Bluetooth side with HDT, of course, being able to deliver up to 7.5 megabits per second in data throughput is a whole leap in what's possible over Bluetooth, and also improves your experiences over Bluetooth, whether it's audio or whether it's other data transfer between devices. And I think what's more important is, of course, you have these 4 subsections, but AI is playing such a critical role these days, even in Wi-Fi. We introduced a feature called Proximity AI, which basically is multimodal intelligence across Wi-Fi ranging, Bluetooth channel sounding, and UWB. And it uses intelligence across all these modes to improve your object tracking, object detection, helping you find another user indoors or outdoors, indoor navigation. So we're using multimodal AI and these different areas of core technologies to improve user experiences and come up with new experiences as well. In fact, we're going to also add gesture tracking, facial recognition through all these. So a lot of cool stuff happening in the Wi-Fi world because of 8800.
Yeah, very cool. So much great technology packed into that new platform. Super impressive, by the way. We wrote about it extensively also, at the time of the launch. So super impressive. So let's talk a little bit about Wi-Fi 8. So how should people think about Wi-Fi 8 compared to previous generations? Wi-Fi 6, of course, and Wi-Fi 7, which is already out there. Do you think?
Oh yeah. So I think every generation, every standard generation solves a problem and leaps to the next level of capability. So if we go back to say 6 and 6E, back then I believe the standard was built with a focus on improving efficiency in dense environments, in smart homes, in enterprise campuses. I'm always shocked by how many devices I have on my Wi-Fi network at home. It is 30, 40, 50. It's just shocking. So yeah, so 6 and 6E were really good at solving that problem. And then 7 was built with the idea of, hey, you have all these devices on the network. How do we improve the throughput? So it was heavily focused on improving throughput speeds for devices, and it went up to, I think, 5 to 6 gigabits per second range. With Wi-Fi 8, the focus has been high reliability and stability, especially in difficult signal conditions. So that could mean maybe there's a lot of interference, a lot of users on your network. Maybe you're in a difficult location. Maybe you're way outside in your backyard or a basement, or you have concrete walls and so on. So it's built for stability, even in difficult conditions. So you have a more seamless experience in your Wi-Fi environment. So as we go along, these experiences get better. And then on top of Wi-Fi 8 standard, when we add 4x4 MIMO techniques like we did, then it's unprecedented user experience and capacity for the network.
Yeah, super exciting times for the Wi-Fi industry with the new standard coming out in within a few years, I think. So and it's already, obviously the platform's already available. Fantastic. So let's talk a little bit about AI. We can't escape the subject, and it's an incredibly important subject. You mentioned it a few times already. And how is the evolution, in your view, of 5G and Wi-Fi connectivity interconnected or interplaying with the entire AI paradigm, if you will? Do you have a view on that?
Yeah, so we cannot get away from AI. It's becoming more and more core to our lives and the industry. So I'll answer that question with a few examples. I mentioned proximity AI earlier, the feature that is multimodal, works across Wi-Fi ranging, Bluetooth, UWB for better tracking of objects and finding devices, in indoor navigation, gesture recognition, and so on. So that's an example of how AI is used in the solution for new user experiences and better performance. That's on the Wi-Fi side. I'll give you another example. On the cellular side, like I mentioned, our modem uses an on-chip AI processor for the last 5 generations. And the list of features and metrics that we use AI for to optimize is very, very long. Improving data speeds, improving coverage, improving latency for your games, accuracy of your GPS, how well you're connected in elevators and trains and basements. So all these difficult situations are being helped solved by AI. So those are examples of how solutions are using AI. But on the flip side, there's a whole slew of a whole category of use cases where we're seeing a transformation happening rapidly in the role that connectivity is playing to help AI in an AI world. So what are the AI use cases for users and enterprises where connectivity will play a better role? So as we go into a more, in a more AI-centric world, this rapid evolution is changing user behavior. We are using agents on a device. We're using generative AI for all kinds of things, for research, for editing photos and videos, and so on. So these changes in user behavior are also changing traffic patterns and network architecture. With the explosion in the use of AI in devices and more token generation in devices, this is impacting how the network is playing a role and how connectivity connects these what we call distributed computing nodes. So for AI processing to happen efficiently for your use cases, compute could happen anywhere. It could be on your device, it could be on your access point, it could be on your gateway, it could be on the telco edge server or on the data center. So continuum of compute nodes really basically leads you to, if you have all these nodes, how do you connect them? And the answer is basically better wireless connectivity. So Wi-Fi, cellular, that's where all these come into play. So in totality, as an industry and society, we're witnessing a fundamental transformation in network architecture, and the role of connectivity will play a huge role in the AI world.
No question about it. It's a huge shift and so many exciting things going on. I want to thank you for coming on. Nitin, Qualcomm does such a fantastic job in providing the world with all this amazing Wi-Fi and other connectivity technology. And we're absolutely delighted to be working with you. And we're always delighted to have you and other Qualcomm folks on our show, and so that our viewers can be informed of all the latest and greatest going on. So thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you you being here. All right.
Thank you, Klaus. Great to be here.
Take care.
You
Thanks.
too.
Thank you.